Good morning, Mason. Today is Thursday, October 3rd. It is your Thursday edition of Mason Cable News. I'm Ashley Hill.
And I'm Desmond Jordan.
Well, welcome back, Desmond. You were
Thank
gone
you.
last week. You had the flu. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling much better, much more healthy. The only work I did was register for the Spellabration Adult Spelling Bee, so wish me luck.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah,
And that
thank you.
reminds me that it is indeed October, and there are many exciting events happening here at Mason. One in particular you should mark on your calendars is for Geek Week. Starting October 6th and going until the 12th, there will be many opportunities to bring out your inner geek. We have, first, Thursday, October 10th from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m., there will be an Ultimate Frisbee Night tournament. The following day from 8 to 11 will be the Spellabration, an adult spelling bee. The spelling bee is open to all Mason students, and there is a $500 grand prize towards books next semester, so don't pass this event up. Lastly, Saturday the 12th is Human vs. Zombies. Only a handful of students will be able to register as zombies. They'll be made up to resemble the creatures of the undead and will seek to transform all living beings into the Walking Dead. As you can tell, this is going to be an exciting week that you don't want to miss. So go get your geek on.
Should be fun. On a lighter note, if you're ever bored on a Monday night, I have just a place you can go. On every Monday night, according to Fourth Estate, the observatory on campus invites all to come gaze at the stars through their huge electronic telescope where you can see the stars, our moon, and several other planets if you're lucky. You can even watch a lecture there about different planets going from 8 p.m. until 8:45 p.m. So go stop by and catch a lecture or gaze all at the heavens from campus every Monday night until 10 p.m. I know I'll be there.
I think I might be there too. It sounds really cool.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, we all know that technology is always evolving, getting bigger and better things seem to always be around the corner. But does this make older technologies obsolete, even if it is a safety measure? Located around campus used to be 50 emergency call boxes that could be dialed to reach Mason police in case of emergency, and a cadet would supposedly be on their way immediately. According to Fourth Estate, Mason's print and online news source, now that time has passed and the preference to cell phones has grown, the call boxes have slowly been deteriorating over time and never been replaced, leaving only 15 left on campus, where most do not even function properly. Some, such as Courtney Winsett, believe that Mason should keep the call boxes because they are necessary even though they are barely being used. Some people think that they should be kept, while others think that they should be taken out. Tell us what you think Mason should do with the lights at Mason Cable Network on Twitter.
George Mason Center for Global Studies presented part one of a series of panel discussions titled The Syria Crisis. The purpose of the event is to enlighten students of GMU exactly what is occurring in the Middle East. The crisis in Syria began in April of 2011 with influence from peaceful protests in Egypt and Tunisia that came about to overthrow dictatorship. Likewise, Syrian activists took a stand against their government and continues to suffer retaliation. The Syrian government responded with deadly force that has since escalated to the use of chemical weaponry. This is the first time chemical weapons have been used in the 21st century. More than 100,000 forces, rebels, and civilians have been killed in the civil war. Around 2 million refugees seek safety in nearby countries and around the world. The panel believes that the media has fogged the issue of Syria's civil war by only presenting information from March until present time. There is a history behind the crisis, and Assad continues to place himself deeper into the history books. The discussion touched on the women and children affected by the matter who are often overlooked because of the crisis at hand. As the crime rate has skyrocketed in Syria, many say that there does not seem to be an end in sight. Syria is ethnically and religiously diverse, much like the panel participants of whom included Peter Mandeville, Director of Center for Global Islamic Studies, Bassam Haddad, Director of Middle East Studies, Colin Dweck of Department of Public and International Affairs, and Greg Koblenz, who is also the Department of Public and International Affairs. The co-director of the Center for Global Studies, Jo Marie Burt, moderated this panel discussion. BBC News reports that the UN Security Council has expressed alarm at the rapid deterioration of the humanitarian situation and demanded immediate access for aid.
Hello, Mason. My name is Frank Maraca, Executive Editor of Connect to Mason, Mason's online student news source.
And I'm Colleen Wilson, Editor-in-Chief of Broadside, the student-run newspaper.
Colleen and I are very excited to announce a new project coming out of the Office of Student Media. Over the past few months, Colleen and I have been playing a merger between Broadside and Connect to Mason that will bring the next generation of student-run news to the Mason community.
After a lot of consideration, we believe that merging our publications under a single name will give us the resources and organization needed to produce greater quality journalism for Mason students.
We'll be working to take a more in-depth look at the issues and changes around campus. Our organization will be called Fourth Estate, a name that we believe holds historical and symbolic meaning that captures the goals of student media at George Mason University.
The concept of a fourth estate refers to journalism and the media's role in democracy by facilitating an informed public. This ideal is one that our namesake George Mason believed in and coincides with the transforming industry of modern journalism.
We believe that combining our strengths in both print and online publications will help better inform the Mason community about what's happening around campus.
We hope that in the coming months, this organization will better serve the journalistic needs of a changing Mason community. And, as with anything we produce, we want to hear from you, the students.
Let us know what you like and what needs work. A student-run news source is only as good as the feedback it receives, so make your voice heard.
Thanks for watching, and we look forward to a great year.
Once again, I'm Tyler Byroms with the Sports Report from Mason Cable News. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Atlantic 10 Conference. This Friday, October 4th, our women's volleyball team faces the Billiken of St. Louis University in the very first A10 matchup on the campus of George Mason University. Coming into this game, the Patriots have a 1-1 record in conference, along with the Billikens also holding a 1-1 record. In fact, both teams have very similar overall records, with the Patriots having only one more loss. Currently, Mason is 15th in the country, led by Lolaide Awokanaran, who averages 1.44 blocks per set, which is the 10th best among Division I players. Other stars for Mason include Bernetta Moore and the freshman Jessie Greenslade with 124 kills. However, St. Louis may have equalizers on their side. Mallory Dillon is second in the Atlantic 10 with 221 kills, along with Danielle Rogliski, who is fourth in the Atlantic 10 with 206 kills. So will George Mason start off the inaugural season with a bang? Well, to find out, make sure you make it out to RAC on October 4th at 7 o'clock in Mason Athletics Game of the Week, featuring free Jersey Mike subs. If you cannot make it out to the game, don't fret. Mason Cable Net will bring you the game live on campus on Channel 231 or online with Patriot Vision on GoMason.com.
Well, that's all for today, Mason. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Desmond. Have a great day, Mason.